Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Good to meet you, sir. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
same.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's
So,
it. Been.
thank God, sir. So today, thank God I caught you on site. In fact,
I'm always busy, so you can hardly see me.
yes, I understand. To reach you has been hectic, but thank God today I caught you on site. So I came today to ask you some few questions. I don't know if you'd be
You can
willing
go
to.
ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'd like to know, sir. Um, you're civil engineer, right?
Yeah, structural
Okay.
engineering.
Okay. Structural engineer.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. So there's difference between civil and structure.
yes.
There's difference between civil
No,
and
but everything is encompassed inside civil engineering.
okay. Structural engineer
It's
is
part
also
of
part of civil
civil. Yes.
engineering. Oh, okay. More like when they say it's a branch
In
of
some
something.
schools, like Uniben, they do structural engineering separate, civil engineering separate.
Oh, okay. Why some schools combine them?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so just tell us. Just give me a brief on civil engineering. What is civil engineering all about? What's civil engineering?
Okay, then it says from design stage.
Okay.
But before you can give birth to any project, you need to call in an
Okay.
architect to do a mental picture of what you want as a civil engineer. Maybe probably a client wants to be like a 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom.
Okay.
You need to bring in an architect to do a design for you. Then the civil engineering part is ensuring that whatever the engineer is going to design has to concur with the integrity of the building. So we need to run through the structural framework even before giving birth to the project. So we need to check the kind of foundation that the building is going to hold. We have any kind of foundations. We have raw foundation, we have piling, we have part foundations. But for terrains like this, in these lucky houses, we do mostly pile, depending on the high rise. Like in our building here, we have about 5 story building. So
Okay.
5 to 6 story building. So we do
Okay. So this is
piling.
six, right? So you do piling
We do
here.
piling on this, yes.
Okay.
Because everything here was sand feed. So we do
Oh,
piling.
okay.
So before I
Okay.
give birth to this kind of project, what we'll do is an architect will do a design,
Okay.
then the structural engineer, and I want to do a design
Okay.
on the project to show the structural elements, the reinforcement, the the pillars, the beam, and everything. So we need to run everything on software to ensure everything is satisfactorily done 100% before I come to site to start doing a piling and process.
Oh, okay. So your job, if I understand you better, so as a civil engineer, so it doesn't even start on the site.
No, we start even
So
before site.
even before site with the
Yes, yes,
architect,
yes.
some
Unless situation where the clients already have the drawings and they just give it to me to come and develop on site.
oh,
But
okay.
for this project, from inception, we look at the structural drawing, look at the structural drawing, check it, everything correlated before coming to site to my work.
That's very interesting. So are there kind of instances whereby as a structural engineer you just decide or you say you tell an architect that this thing can't go?
Okay, architect, basically they are more into aesthetics, the beauty
Yes.
of the project.
Yes.
So most times we see that on ground, some of things they normally do is not doable.
It's
So
not
we improvise,
doable.
yes.
Okay, so you
Because
you improvise.
yes,
Okay, you
because the
don't just tell him
structure,
outrightly that
like for
this thing cannot
example,
be put
let
up.
me give you an example. Between this pillar to this pillar,
Okay.
the maximum span is around 5 meters.
Okay.
So, but an architect can actually do like 10 meter stretch. So, if it does not
Oh,
correlate with our design, we need to redesign, either introduce the pillar or change the beam to
so
something
you
else.
redesign.
Yes, on
Oh,
site most
on
times.
site most
Yes.
times. Okay, okay. Thank you very much for that. I think that's a whole lot expose on who a civil engineering is, what it does, and also your role here. Right.
Okay.
So I would like to know concerning what you do here. So apart from these things that you've just explained to me, one time I was speaking to somebody and the person says he's into construction, is a structural engineer, so can these roles be combined, that of construction, a structural engineer, and also civil engineering?
Yes, yes. For example, for standard property,
Okay.
I compassed all.
Oh,
In
you
the sense
encompass
that,
all.
yes, in
Oh,
the
that's
sense that
interesting.
once the structural and external consultant bring in the drawings, we come to site and we start executing. In the sense that I need to interpret the plan the way the guy designed the plan.
Okay.
But as a civil engineer and structural man, I should know what's inside the plan. You get, so once I come to site, I look at my parameters on the drawings and we just start executing. But I cut across a lot of things, but the process is in different pieces, from excavation, piling, raft, a lot of process is inside. So it's a whole lot.
Okay,
And the next day we
that's
start
that,
the
that's
site.
very interesting. It's been an enlightening moment. Seriously, I'm just getting to discover new things about civil engineering, structural engineering, and also construction as a whole. So moving away from this, I'd like to ask you some few things that are not engineering.
Right.
I know if it's engineering, you'd Okay, so what before we move to that, what are the challenges when it comes to civil engineering, your job, for instance? What are the challenges that you have faced, or that you say civil
Is
engineer
that a
can face
general
most
scope
times?
on
Yes, on a general scope, what are the challenges that you think a civil engineer will have when it
okay,
comes to?
for foundations, for example, in the drawing, we see that maybe we have, for example, this pillar, for example, has
Okay,
about 3 or 4 pies
okay,
underneath. So the pillar,
underneath it.
yes, the pillar stands on top of the middle of the pile.
Oh wow.
So peradventure, maybe during piling, we have an obstacle underneath. We need to deviate from a particular point inside the drawing. That was in the drawing. So we deviate from that point, maybe some few meters, some few cm away.
Okay,
In that way, I'm going to deviate from what we have on the
what
drawing.
you have on the
Again,
drawing,
the
on
major
the
thing is
design.
we need to increase our basket for the
Oh,
substructural work, for the pillar to stand and still get us in integrity tied to the
was
drawing.
and sometimes those things pose as
Yes,
challenges.
yes, yes. So those are one
Oh,
of the
okay.
issues that we have in foundations. And as we proceed, over time, we may have structural issues in respect to bending schedules. I can give an instruction on an bender. If I don't come back and check what the guy is doing, he may end up doing whatever he
Doing
knows.
whatever I want.
Yes. So we see, we keep having this over and over.
I get that part.
Carpenters from work, we need to ensure that the bracing, the props is strong enough and all that. So it's a lot.
I get that part. So, your job as a whole now, what would you say is the most interesting thing about it? What do you like about your job?
That's basically the carcass work. That's the structural work to ensure the building stands test of time for longevity sake, and also to ensure that whatever is in the drawing is well represented on ground. That's the major thing.
That's the joy
Yeah,
for
so
you.
after the core carcass thing, anybody can just come in and do the
And
finishing.
do what he wants to
Yes.
do.
The major
Okay.
work for structural, we just ensure that structural members are in order.
And that brings joy to you. That's very
Yeah,
interesting to
that's the
you
gain to it.
as a
So whether the
structural engineer.
foundations and the structural members, any earth movement can actually shake the building and
Oh,
so,
okay. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much for that. Moving away from that, I would like you to, if you're given opportunity to probably pick another kind of job, to leave your career, leave whatever you've built in civil engineering, what job would you have wished for? Okay, I want to do something else. I'm not civil engineering. What would it be? Or structural
for some
engineering?
time now, I've done about 16 years tech
Okay,
post after NYC.
okay,
So all my life has been wired into this.
okay.
I will probably just do admin job in the office to oversee whatever is happening. Maybe I'll observe drawings. I just do an office work instead of coming to site. But I still be coming to site once in a while though. But it
Okay.
has to be tight to the disciplinary work.
It still has to be tied. You don't want
One
to
way or the
leave
other.
it.
It's my thing too.
So you don't have a second career, something
I
like you
don't
wish.
think
If I didn't, if I
probably
was
just do procurement also.
okay, procurement.
Yes,
Okay,
procurement.
but you still want to be around building and
Yes.
all that.
I don't have any other vibe aside this.
Outside this, okay, because some people would say, if I was given another opportunity, I would like to be a sailor. I'd like to be, they just choose something different. Oh, that's nice. I really like that.
Then
Okay, so I just spoke to a civil engineer on this site at Film Haven Residences, and it's been an interesting conversation. I got to find out and know, the things that I never knew about civil engineering, structural engineering, and also construction as a whole. So it's an enlightening moment. It's been great. I now come to understand that a structural engineering can be under civil engineering as a department, and those two things actually can be intertwined together. So see you on our next catch when we interview another engineer.
But we
Take
could
care.
now.